on, guys? It's Alex from Metal Master Kingdom. We're at the Phoenix Concert Theater tonight, and I'm joined by, all the way from Texas, Marcos Leal from Shattered Sun.
How's it going, guys? How's everybody doing? How you doing?
Good, man. Good, man. Welcome to Canada
Thank
as well. So, this is your first national tour, from what I understand. You're on tour with Exodus and Testament.
Yeah.
And how's it going so far?
Awesome, man. You know what I mean? This is our, like you said, it's our first national tour, and we're out here for the first time. You know what I mean? With huge legendary acts like Testament and Exodus, and as a young aspiring band, this is what we want to be and what we want to do. So who better to learn from than these two giants here? You know what I mean? It's a big honor for us to be a part of this tour.
And you're also like on Chuck Billy's management, breaking bands along with Exodus as
Yeah,
well.
we were actually the first two signees to Breaking Band, so it's kind of a stroke of luck, man. I don't really know exactly how it happened, but the stars kind of aligned and it really worked out, dude.
Awesome, awesome. So, can you take us back to the formation of the band?
Yeah, we've been jamming together since we were kids. 2005, Daniel kind of put the band together, and we were doing covers and all kind of stuff like that local bands do. In about 2011, we met Robert Beltran, and we kind of decided, hey, you know what, let's do things the right way. You know what I mean? Because where we come from, it's either you have a plan or you're working in the oil fields, and we kind of refused to do that. So we put money in the project and did everything that we could to get out there, and now we're here, and this has been a lot of hard work and a long road, but hey man, it was worth every single second of it.
Cool. So being that this is your first time up here in Toronto and in Canada in general, do you have any expectations from the Canadian fans?
I've heard that they are some headbanging motherfuckers, man. So, we're just excited to play, man, and we're excited to set the tone tonight, you know what I mean? And that's our job on this tour, and, we're going to do everything we can to get, this crowd nice and lubed up for Testament and Exodus, you know what I mean? So, we're excited, dude.
Awesome, awesome. So let's talk a little bit about Hope Within Hatred. I heard the album, and it's a great album.
Thank you.
It comes out next week on Victory Records, April 21st. How long did you work on the album, and where did you record it?
We recorded it in Corpus Christi with Robert Beltran. He's the one who kind of did our first EP, and we decided to do the full album together. And it was about a 2-year-long process, but not because the recording took that long. Through that time, when we went into the studio, we didn't have Chuck, or we didn't have management or a label, so that was kind of our intention. So we lost a member when we were in there. We were doing Battle of the Bands to just get the band out there. Then we met Chuck, and Maria and Johnny, and that took us down another winding road and more songs. And then we went in to do a cover of Testament's Return to Serenity, and it was a long process. And then getting with Victory Records, but it was about 2 years. But man, it was worth it. And every single opportunity and mistake that happened along the way led us here. So, we're just very grateful that we're a part of this.
You just mentioned you recorded the cover of Return to Serenity.
Yeah.
I, as a big fan of Testament as well, I am really glad that you guys chose a little bit of a less obvious track, because the obvious ones like Into the Pit or Over the Wall.
Yeah. We were bouncing the idea around with Johnny Z, and we were like, hey, well, you know what? Let's try Return to Serenity, and we were gonna ask Chuck's permission first, but Johnny Z was just like, no. He was all, fuck that. Let's go record it. He was all, and then we'll surprise Chuck. So we recorded it. It took about a week or two, and we sent it to Chuck. And Chuck was on tour in Italy, and I swear to God, man, it was the longest 2 hours of our lives waiting for his response. But they responded back. Him and the rest of the band, they loved it. They gave us their approval, and it got to be on the record. We did a English and Spanish version. So
wow.
It was awesome, man. And it's an honor, and it's us paying homage to how amazing these guys are. Yeah.
Just like they did a Native Blood in English and Spanish. That's
yes.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Real cool.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you do outside of music?
I was a truck driver for a while with my father's company, and then I'm also a huge barbecuer, man, dude. That's my second passion. I love cooking. Before I did music, I was gonna be a chef. You know what I mean? And I chose the heavy metal route. You know what I mean? And looks like everything worked out, man. But yeah, that's what I do in my spare time. I work for my dad's company every now and again, and I obviously do barbecue competitions, stuff like that. So we keep ourselves real busy down there in Texas, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys have an interesting and an exciting summer coming up. Like, you've just been announced for Mayhem.
Yeah.
And I heard that's also coming through here as well. I mean,
Yeah.
you got on there, you got Slayer, King Diamond, hell yeah.
Man.
Like, how could you not be excited about that?
Exactly, man.
So what are the future plans for Shattered Sun after Mayhem, as far as touring goes?
Well, we have secured our booking agent at the start of this tour, and we're pretty much booked until 2016. Maybe some trips over the pond too. You know what I mean? And we can't say exactly, you know, the tours that we have coming up, but all I can say is, you know, keep an eye out. 2015 to 16 and on forward, we're going to be touring every single month, every chance we get. So, you know, we're just excited to get out there to the fans, man, and really rage it up.
Awesome. Okay, and to wrap it up now, I find it pretty common that for up-and-coming bands like yourselves, when they release a record, they immediately jump in to continue writing for another album, but some just let the momentum build a little bit and then write. What about you guys? Are you already writing, or are you going to let Hope and Hatred build a little bit of familiarity before you start writing?
Well, actually, when we first got with Chuck, you know, Chuck's really one of the mentoring roles. That's his job in breaking bands. And first thing, you know, one of the first pieces of advice he gave us was never stop writing. You know what I mean? So as soon as we finished up with Hope and Hatred, you know, the guys already started pre-production for the next album, and we know it's a long ways off, but you know, it's always great to have ideas and, you know, keep it flowing in there and get, you know, your songs together for the next album, because who knows, you know, you could be writing your big hit, you know what I mean, before you even know it, you know what I mean? So that's the way we approach it, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, man.
Any closing message to the fans?
Thank you, everybody out there. You know, we owe everything that we have to our fan base and to Texas, and, you know, we love you guys, and thank you so much for supporting us. Pick up the album April 21st in stores, man. Hope Within Hatred.
All right, so you heard it. Thank you, man, for joining us again.
Yeah, man.
So be sure to catch Shattered Sun on this tour with Testament and Exodus, running through the U.S. Until early May. And also, like he said, pick up the new album, Hope Within Hatred, coming out on April 21st on Victory Records. And be sure to catch Shattered Sun on Mayhem this summer with Slayer and King Diamond. I'm Alex, you're watching HillmasterKingdom.com. See you next time.